Oh, you're catching me putting my lipstick on again. Okay, this is crazy, but and this is just going to be like a couple-minute video. Just before I go out to the grocery store, I just had to do this really quick because Dr. Sue and I just had absolutely the most phenomenal experience. So I finally got out my quadration charts. These things where you can go to anyone's age 30, and this is the spread for everyone who is 30, and then you find your card, and then there's your hand or hands. So he did that for her. She's like, I want you to look at my 26th year because that was very, very pivotal and important. And so not only did we look at the descension hand, but we looked at the ascension hand for that year. And then we started vertical. Then we started looking vertical and to the left, like finding a particular person's card and saying, how are they oriented to you this year? How is this primary relationship in your life showing up? And she was teaching me this, that it's like a chessboard. You know, there are some, like the knight, he can move up two spaces and over one. Well, so like I'll just take randomly the 30th quadration. So like say we're looking at the 10 of clubs and they want to find out, well, how the ace of clubs is related to them. Let's take this one. So they say, I have an 8 of hearts partner. Where are they to me? So I'd say go up 2 and over 1. So this is up vertical Mercury, Venus, and then over 1 becomes either moon or Mercury, depending on ascension or descension. And then I would just kind of gently palpate and ask the questions. Hi, Pete. Hi, Miss Stell. Whoa, that is crazy. Okay, so here's the question. I'm going to direct the conversation because class. What is that in Men in Black? Class. I told you. It's like, that's my 3rd grade teacher. She's an alien. That's Men in Black reference. Sorry. But anyway, so I'm going to keep this really short, and I will come back later today to talk about the king, the queen, and the jack of clubs. Today's the jack of clubs. So we got to talk about all of them because it's been a hell of a ride the last couple of days, right? I know it doesn't matter if anyone else is laughing. I think I'm really funny. I really do. I burst out laughing all by myself really often. It's great. It's great. It's kind of a closed system of amusement. Okay, so the hero's journey. The hero's journey reading. I just came up with this like 10 seconds ago, and I'm like, oh my God, this is brilliant. What it is to go back in time and look at anything. Look at anything in your life. Like, say, you know, what's really up for me was this traumatic event. I want to look at everything around that or the year that I got a divorce, or the year that I really figured out such and such, and you can go back. I can help you go back to that year of life and have a whole full-on conversation about not only what was up for you that year, what lessons were you learning, who was difficult, what were the blessings in disguise, because like you can discover that someone who like just did you a bad turn that year turns out they're ascension Venus or whatever, and then you can shift it and go, oh well, because they did this to me, I in turn did that, which got me to this amazing place in my life. So it can become a fascinating journey to look back. And then the fun thing about this kind of reading is that you can say, so and so is this card, how were they positioned for me that year, and why did that shift the next year? So these are annual. This would be an annual reading, and we could zero in on any given 52-day period. I'm going to do that because for myself, there are those events in life and you're like, how was everything else configured? And I made a discovery recently that something kind of upsetting that happened to me had a 6 of spades vibe for me, which meant, oh, this was planned. This was a contract. That's what I thought. It was kind of tricky, But and this person might never speak to me again, but it was one of those things where we were both doing each other a solid in the spiritual realm. Raymond! Raymond! You made it! Yeah, hey, Star family. Raymond L is so freaking cool. He's the two of spades. The understated two of spades. They're amazing, and it takes them a long time to figure out how really, really golden and special and precious and amazing and gifted they are. So, anyway, everybody loves Raymond. Well, they should, because he's so sweet and amazing. And he has a really kick ass woman in his life. She's just, yeah, she's amazing. So, I know, right? Dr. Sue? Yeah, so I discovered all of this because she and I had a chat this morning and she fuzzed me all up. I was feeling really shitty and lost, and she just got me all fuzzy and warm feeling. And then I discovered this whole thing because of that. I was like, you're supposed to be moon to me this year. And I get that. Not Mercury. It's not about what we talk about, it's how you make me feel. So she's going around playing her gongs for me. She's got all this amazing stuff in her room. And I was like, oh, I got a gong bath through Messenger. It was, it just did me right, man. Oh, wow. So anyway, finally, hi. Yeah, you gotta love you some of those two of spades. You got one in your life, right? And aren't they just incredibly sweet? Okay, so I am going to cut this short because I gotta go. I will come back and talk about the king and the queen and the jack of clubs. Jack of clubs today. It's been a shit show for the last 3 days, but that's because we've been getting really accelerated downloads. It's like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so are you sleeping deeply? Are you listening to a kind of, like, I would highly recommend going, like, listening to a guided meditation talk down. And there's a channel called The Honest Guys. Hey, who else is here? Anna. Hey, you got me. I'm just going to recommend a channel for these incredible solar winds that are hitting the channel, the planet, the Honest Guys. Okay, that's a channel, a YouTube channel, and these guys will take you either on like a little Lord of the Rings journey, and you can visit with the hobbits and chat with Gandalf, or you can just go into the like a chakra meditation or like a color bath, or and they're from England, and their voices are just like, tonight you will be going on a visually guided meditation, and we will take you to places of deep relaxation. And their voices are just, the guy's voice is just great. So the reason I'm recommending this is because these solar winds are so freaking intense that it's just like, here it's windy today. I know it's not windy everywhere, and I'm just so freaking butthurt about the weather in Colorado right now. But thank God for Dr. Sue. So yes, the Hero's Journey reading, and I haven't decided what I'm going to charge for it. So all of you who are here now watching me live, if you give me like this code word and just say, raise your hand and say, I'd like a Hero's Journey reading, I'll give you a super huge discount, because this is about learning. This is a learning edge that I'm on, and it'll be worth your while. And I think this is going to be a really expensive reading at some point, because it's so comprehensive, to just sit and go back and just really reflect and really truly let the cards be your advocate to reframe events in your life so that you can come to see yourself as the hero on your own journey. Because we are, and that's what the card spreads help us to understand, is that we've all got really difficult shit that we're dealing with. It's a hard planet to be on, and I am your advocate. That is my archetype. And if you've ever read, the movie Ender's Game, well, Orson Scott Card wrote a whole series, and one of them is called Speaker for the Dead. And the speaker for the dead would be called in to speak for the dead. They were completely neutral. They interviewed everyone in their life, and they were psychic, and they'd give the eulogy, but it was more like a fair hearing. This is this person's life, and this is what they were working on, and this is, so I am that advocate, and the card system can be that advocate for you to validate what you're learning and why things are hard and why things are, whatever. Okay, gotta catch up here. Noted. Some place warm, a place where the beer flows like wine, where beautiful women instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm talking about a little place called Aspen. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's Dumb and Dumber, right? Someplace warm. Aspen is not warm. A place where the beer flows like wine, where beautiful women instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm talking about a little place called Aspen. Oh my God. Oh my God, Pete, we have to do movie lines. Okay, so I'm going to put it out there. And the kids and I called it Disney Jeopardy. And right now I'm like, fuck Disney and your stupid pedophilia and your little codes and your little dark shit, fuck you. Okay. But we called it Disney Jeopardy anyway, because we would come up with movie lines and then I would make them guess, like, who was the character? What was the setting? What movie is this from? I just love Jeopardy. So anyway, God, I didn't need to give you that drill down on Disney. I'm sorry. I had to put out that caustic energy. That's my diamond. Oh, you don't know about Disney? God! Go watch the movie Out of Shadows. Just go Out of Shadows official. It's been banned. So what does that tell you? Out of Shadows. Out of Shadows. It's a movie. It's a website. It's a guy who used to be a stuntman in Hollywood. And he saw all the really dark shit that was going on, but never participated in it. And he is largely featured in this movie, but they interview other people and stuff. But they show you a lot of the symbolism and it might kind of put a little sour flavor on your childhood for a minute, but don't let it, because your heart is beautiful. And the movies we love, the characters we love, it doesn't matter if we discover shit about them, because our love was good. Okay. Your love is pure and the experience you had was yours. So, but it's good to see, it's good to call a spade a spade. Yeah. Well, all Disney. Sorry. Yeah, and there are many very good people involved in Disney, many innocent people that had no idea that this agenda was happening. It's just some bad players involved in some secret society shit. Yeah. Come on, Walt. God damn it. Anyhow, you gotta fuck with our childhoods too? Well, we're resilient. So we're just gonna boomerang all that shit. You're building a teardrop camper. Oh, that is so freaking hilarious that you just throw that in there. Well, so I'm building a teardrop camper. I'm just listening. But I'm just gonna be building this thing over here. Okay. So, that's what I'm doing. I just think that's really cool. You're building a teardrop camper. Oh my God. Are you gonna travel around? Okay, Pete, who says this? I know, right? Oh my God. That is the most, I just die hysterically laughing. She drags the Christmas tree around. So what's that from? Oh my God. Who says it? And where does she say it? And it's totally worth looking up. No, that's not Disney. That's another cabal oriented show called Saturday Night Live. But anyway, Saturday Night Live, that's Kristen Wiig. So look up Kristen Wiig, Saturday Night Live. Oh my God. And you'll see her going like, oh my God, a surprise party. She just gets so excited. She wears big, ugly, like Wisconsin type sweaters from the 80s. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I just have to pull myself together here and ask my guides, is there anything else I need to say to you? I'm sorry. I don't mean to blow anybody out of the water, and I especially don't want to offend anybody. Oh, that's like one of my biggest fears. Oh, thanks. I actually do kind of good impressions about some things. Like I can imitate accents pretty well. Pete, you are just the best guy to have in your show. like making comments and riffing and just like, I mean, I feel seriously like you're just this guy sitting in the back of the room sipping a beer, just laughing, cracking jokes. You're good natured. You're fun. Oh my God. And I just don't check my email very often. That's just a thing about me. So I apologize. I have not looked for your email yet. So, anyway, I'm gonna go now. Oh my god, I love you guys. I just love shows like this. I just love getting on and riffing. So, if you want to try, and I'm serious, we'll just make it a sliding scale, whatever you can afford, whatever it's worth to you. But I would love to give you a hero's journey reading. And let's just play with this whole new stuff I'm discovering. It's so empowering. Yes, you have a good day too. I love you all so much. So hit me up in the comments and I'll come back and check them at some point. Or if you want to just shoot me a messenger on Facebook, shoot me a message through Messenger or my Facebook page called Ascension Cardology. I know it's a little tricky to get a hold of me. And even though I don't check my email, I will for this. Illuminate me today at gmail.com. Shoot me an email if you want to be one of my guinea pigs and pay me just what you think it's worth. Okay? Okay. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.